Hey, welcome to All Things ETH. My name is Aaron. On this channel, we'll be talking about all things Ethereum. I'll be reporting about ETH news, projects, NFTs, play to earn, and price. These episodes are for entertainment purposes only. I'm not a financial advisor, so this is not financial advice. I'm just a guy who wants to educate others about the Ethereum network because I believe it is the future of finance. Well, it was an interesting weekend for me. Like the title says, I sent some ETH to the wrong address and had to figure out how to get it back. And spoiler alert, I did get it back, but I wanted to show you how and how to avoid the mistake that I made. First things first, just want to go into a quick update on the Ethereum network before I get into how I sent Ethereum to the wrong address. Man, the things are crazy right now. We've got new EFT or NFT projects just popping off here. Still got Axie in the top 10. We've got this baby llama thing, I'm sure is NFTs. We've got this Algabones, Cabones coming up here. With a big ETH burn, Uniswap Tether, USDC, not even in the top 10 right now. Yeah, we're just cranking out ETH like crazy. We've got 7.34 ETH burn per minute right now. That is a little bit higher than the last episode on that I published on Thursday or Friday last week. And it's just amazing, guys. We're still less than 30 days after the London hard fork, and we continue to burn more and more ETH every single day, and I'm just excited. Let's head over to real quick, look at the market trading view. I want to look at where we're at for the Ethereum price. I think we're popping off. We did get a breakout. Pretty stoked about this. This is the Ethereum to BTC price, the last thing we looked at on Friday. I reported on my my Instagram feed. If you want to check me out on Instagram, that's all things ETH there. But I reported on this little bounce right here, and I thought for sure we were breaking out. I think this was Friday night or Saturday, and this is the 4-hour chart, so this is probably Saturday. And then thankfully, we finally broke out of this descending bullish trend here, accumulation between the two, and we finally got a breakout. And I do expect us to be up near 0.07 to the ETH to BTC price. But let's look at the actual ETH price, and yes, we're back up to our recent highs of $3,300 per coin, and I wouldn't be surprised if this continues up from here. Really depends on if we're going to get a breakout on BTC, but it looks like BTC hasn't broken out yet. So if we start seeing higher highs here, or at least creeping towards 50,000, I'm sure we're going to see a jump in the ETH price, especially with the breakout against BTC that we've all been waiting for. So that's exciting news. All right, so let's get into the story. I've been, as I like to research things in the Ethereum network, I found myself researching play to earn games, and of course, with Axie Infinity being the top 10, I just had to give it a try. So I've been playing Axie Infinity for a little over a week now, and been trying to max out my SLP tokens, my play to earn, and get a little bit of earnings back from my playing. Been playing, roughly 2 hours a day, sometimes a little more, sometimes a little less, to get that 75 SLP per day that you can win in game in just the adventure mode. But I've just been in adventure mode. I'm not a great player, so anyway, I was looking to actually invest in the breeding side of things. And so after a week of play, I realized that I was playing with some, okay Axies, not floor Axies, not premium Axies, but kind of mid-level. but I wanted to go into the breeding process. So I started looking for some axes. So I have this plant here. He's great, but he's only 65% pure. And so in order to breed these things, you really don't want a lot of variance because there's already variance built in with the, as you can see here, there's some, they show the dominant gene, recessive, and recessive 2 genes. Well, I got this, or wanted to pick up this, this new plant axis that's 96% pure. He doesn't have any, he hasn't breeded before, so a low breed count's always good to save on SLP. It goes up. The more they breed, the more you pay in SLP to breed the next axis. So I was looking for this. Well, if you haven't got into it yet, it's a little bit, you have to jump through a couple of hoops to get Ethereum into Axie to be able to purchase these NFTs. So what I did, I wanted to show you the process today about how to do that well, how to do that correctly, and to avoid the mistake that I made. So let's get into it. So when you want to purchase an Axie, you have to make an account in Ronin, in a Ronin wallet. So you start with a Ronin wallet. This is my Ronin wallet here, and I've deposited some Ethereum. I've deposited some AXS. I bought these on Coinbase. I bought my Ethereum in Coinbase. Well, to get it from Coinbase to here was a bit of a challenge. So I went into my Coinbase account, purchased these assets, made sure I had enough gas fee on top of the things that on top of the amount I wanted into to get into Ronin and into the Axie marketplace before I made the transactions. And then I connected my MetaMask wallet to my Coinbase account, and I was able to get the Ethereum that I wanted into my MetaMask account. And then the first time I did it correctly, the first time I bought 3 Axies, you go to my account here, you go into deposit to Ronin, and then it pulls up this site that's the Ronin bridge. So what I didn't know is that the Ronin network is built on the Ethereum network, but it's separate from. So it actually has, you do have to put a Ronin address in, which is slightly different than a basic Ethereum address. So you go into your Ronin wallet that you have signed in. This is Chrome, by the way. These are all extensions in Chrome. You copy the address, you go to your Ronin address, and you paste it in here, and then you choose which asset you want to deposit. So I deposited ETH, and I hit next. And in this case, it should, well, if I tell it to do any ETH, so let me do just a transaction here that would at least trigger my MetaMask to open up. So this is what you normally do. You have to go from Coinbase or wherever you get your tokens to your MetaMask account. You can deposit direct to MetaMask. I do recommend that if you you use debit cards. You do have to use a debit card. You can't use bank transfers. You can't use or there is a linked program that lets you do a bank transfer, but you have to sign up with this other third-party company that I just wasn't comfortable with. You can use Apple Pay with a debit card included, which is cool. But I purchase all my assets through Coinbase. That's just what I prefer to do. So I bought them in Coinbase, transferred them into my MetaMask, brought it into Ronin, used the Ronin bridge correctly the first time, and then bought my first 3 Axies. So the second time, I didn't follow the directions. Obviously, the first time around, I had watched a lot of YouTube and read up a lot about the process of transferring ETH into the Axie marketplace through Ronin Bridge. And the second time around, maybe just a little overconfident, and I passed up the step of using the Ronin Bridge. So what I did was, check this out. I'd gone in my Ronin wallet, grabbed, copied the address, which includes this Ronin, and then a colon before the hash. So went into MetaMask, and let's reject this old one here. When you want to send, and if you type in, you copy paste your Ronin address in, it says recipient address is invalid, which actually pretty much makes sense, because Ronin, you'd never see Ronin / colon or a colon in front of an address that you were using MetaMask for. MetaMask is the one who wants to see that hash and nothing else really. So what I did, and this is where I screwed up, is actually deleted Ronin colon, and it actually let me do it. So if you can see here on my screen, if you take the Ronin out, it actually connects you to a valid Ethereum account, which I thought made sense completely, because if I get rid of the Ronin, I know Ronin is built on Ethereum. Figured, yeah, this should work just fine. So I did hit next, paid the fee. I think I paid like $5 in gas, which is not bad, thankfully. So I did this and I hit send, and nothing happened. I went to my Ronin account, which if you go to the Axie Marketplace, it shows you how much, and this is wrapped ETH, that's WETH, that's not WETH, it's wrapped ETH, and that was not increasing by the 0.16 Ethereum or $500 that I thought I had sent. After freaking out for about 50 seconds, maybe 60, about a minute, I started Googling like crazy, and thankfully was able to find some resources to help me out. Now, I probably spent most of the afternoon trying to figure this out, and that's why I'm making this video, so that you have a better chance of finding this and not stressing like I did for the better part of a day. So my most useful asset here was this website called DAppGrid. DAppGrid had this article, how to recover a coin sent to the wrong address. It goes through many different scenarios, BTC to BTC Cash, or BCH rather, Bitcoin sent to Ethereum addresses, all these things where there's some incompatibility between a normal address and the network that the address that your network accepts, and the network address the network wants to accept. And I understand how that can work now. I didn't understand until I actually did it, and freaked out a little bit and did some research. Thankfully, I was able to take some time, read a little bit about this, but then the best part is the transaction, or the comment section. The comment section, I got a response within like 5 or 10 minutes of me posting in the comment section. I did have to logged in via Twitter. Literally within 5-10 minutes, I had an answer from somebody at DAppGrid, which was pretty incredible. I want to kind of go through the process of what they told me what to do. They said, in fact, you can read it right here. My name's Aaron. These are my comments. This is exactly the issue that I had in type form. So I said, thanks for the blog post. I sent ETH via MetaMask to an unclaimed ETH wallet, which I thought was unclaimed at the time, and thought for sure it was somebody else's wallet, somebody else's ETH wallet. I did a little research myself. I did run over to Etherscan, so let's do that right now. Let me show you exactly what I did. Go to etherscan.io. Go back here and copy some of the notes. Was able to, I just typed in the wallet the first time. So this was the wallet that I sent to. This is my Ronin wallet minus the Ronin colon portion. And when I type it into Etherscan here, it does show up as a wallet. So this is funny. Yeah, I still have a little bit of a balance here. I saw that I only had a couple of transactions in this wallet, and I'm saying I now because I realized it's actually my wallet. I was able to recover it myself, but for the first couple hours of my journey on this process of finding out where this ETH went, I thought for sure I had sent it to somebody else's wallet. Now, one thing that gave me hope was I noticed that there wasn't a balance different than what I sent it to. So it was obviously an unclaimed wallet. It was something that nobody had used before. So I thought there might be a little bit of hope there, but also if it's nobody's wallet, then how am I going to get connected? So I went in and copied this information, and then I posted it into to DAppGrid. They got back to me, and all they said was, "Hey, if you have the private key to that wallet, why don't you try to recover it?" And I was like, "I don't have the private key for that wallet. It's unestablished. I mean, it's out in the ether, if you will. I mean, pardon the pun, but it was out in the Ethereum network that I had no idea how to access it." Well, I used a little bit of just brain space and calmed down for a second, and I just said, okay, so maybe since Ronin is built on the Ethereum network, what if I go into my Ronin wallet and actually check and see if the private key for the Ronin wallet will actually work to set up a new account in my MetaMask. So check it out. Went to my Ronin wallet, and I'm not going to show you my private key, but this is how you find it. So I went up here to the little icon there. I hit manage, and if I hit this little button here, it'll show me the private key, which I'm not going to do. Was able to grab that. So what I did was open up my MetaMask and went to this little icon up here on the right and said, instead of creating a new account, I said import account. And all I did was paste in the private key, and you know what? It showed up. All that stress gone. So hopefully that's helpful to you. If anybody else has done that, please comment in the comments for me. Make sure to smash up the like button and hit subscribe to get more information on how to help you navigate this cryptocurrency world, especially if you're new. I just want to say thank you for your time today. This video is sponsored by Friedrich's Coffee Roasters. I'll put a link to the description below. You can get bags of roasted to order coffee sent straight to your door. Most addresses, since we're in the Midwest, are within about 2 days from the roast. It's right on your door. So there is a free ship code that I'd like to tell you about. That's free ship USA. Type that in at checkout, and you will get $5 off any retail orders, which covers the cost of shipping. Oh, and before I go, I wanted to mention that on my next video, I'll be talking about Axie Infinity in particular. I'm going to be showing you what I've been doing, how I've been doing it, and what I plan to do. I'm jumping into breeding, and I want to talk about fees for that, hopeful profitability of the network and the tokens within it and the Axies themselves. And I want to talk about gas fees in particular and how to avoid them if possible. So hope to see you around. Check out the next episode of All Things ETH. You can join me on Instagram at All Things ETH, and obviously smash up the like button and hit subscribe to see the next episode. Thank you very much.